Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm at Yorkshire Kris's garden, having a little look around. Stick around until the end of the video if you want to see what bargains I picked up from his sales table, but let's get straight into the video. One of my favourite plants in Kris's garden is this Pseudopanax ferox that looks dead, and it evolved like this to avoid being eaten by the megafauna of New Zealand, like the ground sloths. Amazing plant. This huge Dicksonia antarctica looks like it struggled over winter. Yeah, look at this. Is a Schefflera macrophylla, my favourite Schefflera. Huge side of those leaves there. And on this side is the, I think it's a Taiwaniana. But do correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of the Scheffleras do look the same. Just spied a little aloe striatula. So this is the Tinctoria. The previous one was the Cryptica, but I think a Tinctoria is big enough, isn't it, for anyone's garden? Chocolate vine. Yeah, so this is Kris's enlarged desert arid bed. Of course, I think that's a Bootia in the middle. Look at this, the width of that trunk is pretty incredible. Amaranthus. And this is definitely my favourite part of the of Kris's garden. You've got your rostrata, you've got Yucca rostrata in various shapes and sizes. That's a linearis, I think. Yucca linearis. Aloe polyphylla. And then at the back there, let's take a closer look at these agave. Yeah, so you've got there, I think that's a Montana, and Americana. Is that the Boutia? That's a, is that a, no, that's the Boutia odorata there. Yeah, maybe that one is a Jabea. Palm heads will let me know. Some sort of Dacilarian, I think. See that there, I really like. There, the Montana. And what else is going in this bed? I think this Rostrata flowered last year, so you can see, I guess it's recovering from that flowering. If you're wondering what kind of Gunnera you've got, this is the Gunnera cryptica flower spike. Nice spider's web down there. Look at the colour on that when it's in almost total darkness. Is that a loquat tree? Yeah, I'm back to the huge Gunnera cryptica. I mean, look at the size of that. You can easily walk under those leaves. And then that's looking down the garden over the bridge with the Miscanthus gigantus either side of it. It's Euphorbia mellifera popping up there. Arundodonax next to the Gunnera tinctoria. There's so many palms in this garden that I can't name. So do drop a comment if you spot some that you recognise. Yeah, just back at the arid bed. I love the Camarops. Don't know if this is a Camarops vulcanis. It's got a bit of a spreading habit rather than an upright form, but I mean, look at the underside. Look at the colour of the fronds are sort of bluish. Maybe it's a Camarops humilis cerifera. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, it's nice to know that I'm not the only one struggling with oxalis weeds in the garden. It's interesting what you spot in the arid bed when you're looking around. A few aeoniums, Aeonium Saturn from cereal succulents there, and then of course there's a few pups of Agave Americana. Now there is the biggest variegated agave americana that I can see in the bed. And I don't know if these could be pups from there, but that's a good 3 metres away. There's another one there. I'm not sure what kind of agave that one is. Looks kind of like a Ferox or a Montana. And then there's a bit of a dead looking cycad. Now I'm thinking that probably is a Cerifera, Camarops humilis cerifera, which is from the Atlas Mountains in Morocco. So it's a bit of a hardier one. So there's another Camarops, maybe Vulcanis, I'm not sure, but here's a more of an upright one with a trunk. Definitely not a trachea, because tracheas don't have these spikes, but plenty of fruit on this one. Yeah, the bottom of the garden's blocked off this year, but you can see Kris has got his eucalyptus trees back there, and there's a grove of tree ferns, Dicsonia antarctica, and I can see a huge tetrapanax there at the back of the garden, which I reckon this is probably a pup of that plant, which it's been broken or died back in winter. That's an interesting thing once you've got a garden as mature as Kris's, which is of course a decade or so old now, that you're going to have plants that like to run popping up everywhere. I wonder where the first tetrapanax was planted. I wonder where the first bits of bamboo were put and have spread around the garden. Free plants, of course. Anyway, let's keep going. These Echiums and Cosmos, self-seeded most likely. Be interesting to see if Kris can get these through a few winters, because I definitely can't in my garden, and I'm only about 20 miles away. But of course he has created a lot of shelter. On this side of the garden is southwest facing, and it's sheltered by conifer in the next door's garden, and he's planted a lot of bamboo, and similar on this side of the garden. So there's definitely a lot of shelter from the wind and the elements. And then I'm pretty sure the ground level here in the raised bed is a good foot or so higher than the original ground level, pure gravel planted in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he fills this part of the arid bed in. It's looking awesome, it really is. Begonia luxurians, a lot of people grow that one. Looks like an agave americana, mediapicta possibly. Jabea crossed with a boutia. Very interesting palm. Aloe striatula. I'm back from Yorkshire Kris's garden. Time for a quick plant haul. I picked up this Yucca filamentosa, £4. Don't know where that's going to go, but I'll put it next to my current Yucca filamentosa. I got a little agave parii for £2. You can't go wrong with a £2 agave. I've already got one of those, but can't hurt to have two. This is an agave that I've been after for a while. The agave Victoria Regina, the Queen Victoria agave. Now, looks like there's a lot of pups in one there, so I might split that. We'll see what that looks like underneath. £5. And this aloe, I don't know what type of aloe it is, some kind of aloe species. for £4. There you go. So that's the video. Do subscribe if you enjoy the content. Also subscribe to Yorkshire Kris if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.